These are just notes to help you understand about the angles a little bit more. I hope it helps. You can go to this website and it has a lot more information on it if you want to do that after the notes. Alternate interior angles. When a line intersects a pair of parallel lines, alternate interior angles are formed. Alternate interior angles are equal to each other. Okay, remember, they're equal to each other. The word we use for that is congruent. When they are congruent, same shape, same size. So we have two parallel lines with a transversal cutting through them. Okay, the lines have to be parallel for all of this to work, and the transversal cuts through. One way to find the alternate interior angles is to draw a zigzag. Line on the diagram. So if you take your highlighter and you highlight your zigzag, okay, there's your zigzag. In the above diagrams, D and E, so you have D and E, are alternate interior angles. Similarly, C and F are also. So I want to highlight those. Okay, and so when we do this, it's kind of easier if we really focus on interior angles. Okay, because that's what if you break it down, we're talking about the interior angles. So I'm really going to focus on what's in between, inside the parallel lines. And they're alternating angles. So D and E are alternate interior angles. And then we have C and F are alternate interior angles. Those are kind of the same color. Sorry about that. And if we move our sticky notes to the next side and focus on the interior, it's going to be D, E, and C, F. I'm not sure why we did it twice, but those are the exact same ones. Sorry, but that's what they are. So interior means inside these parallel lines. Inside, interior, inside. And to me, it just helps to cover the outside ones up so I can focus on the inside. So we highlighted the zigzag in each diagram above. And that was the yellow, the zigzag. So let's look at example 1. Given the diagram below, determine the values of angles B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Okay, they've given us one right here, and that's what we're going to use to solve the rest of these. It says highlight the transversal in the diagram. So again, your transversal is a line that cuts through your parallel lines. Use different colors to highlight each pair of alternate interior angles. Okay, so if B is a supplementary angle to 60 over here, remember supplementary, both angles add up to be a straight line, which is 180. So what is B? It's going to walk us through it. Therefore, B plus 60 must equal 180 degrees. So, to find B, we want 180 minus 60. And that will give you 120 degrees. Step 2, B and C are vertical angles. Remember, vertical angles are opposite of each other or across from each other. So B and C are vertical angles, and they are congruent. Same shape, same size. So if B, okay, so therefore C equals B, and we just said B equals 120 degrees. So if B is 120 degrees, C would be 120 degrees. And D and 60 degrees are vertical angles. They are congruent, same shape, same size. So if this is 60, D has to be 60. D and E are alternate interior angles. Therefore, E equals D. Well, we just said D equals 60. So if they are alternate interior angles, they're going to be congruent. Same shape, same size. So this will be 60 degrees. If F and E are supplementary, again, same as above, supplementary, add up to be a straight line, which is 180. Therefore, F plus 60 equals 180. So F would be 180 minus 60, which would be 120. G and F are vertical angles. So if this one's 120, vertical angles across from each other, they're congruent, same shape, same size. This G would be 120. G equals F, which equals 120. H and E are vertical angles. So if E is 60, H is the vertical angle across from, opposite of, same shape, same size, congruent. It's going to be 60 degrees. So your answer is B equals 120, C equals 120, D equals 60, E equals 60, F equals 120, G equals 120, and H equals 60. At first it looked difficult, but when you walk through it, it's pretty easy. Okay, so the transversal in the diagram, and use the different colors to highlight each pair of alternate interior angles. Okay, so again, we're going to look for the middle section. If I cover up all the outside, because it distracts me. Interior. I'm only going to look at the interior angles. Alternating would be opposite of, right there. And the other one would be D and E. Make sure you highlight, or you're going to miss a lot of points. From the above example, you may notice that either of the angles is 60 degrees or it's 120 degrees. Actually, all of the, find my pen, small angles are 60 degrees and the big angles are 120. In general, the diagram will be shown as below. The small and the big pair of angles are supplementary angles. So remember, These angles are supplementary. They form a straight line, which equals 180. Oh, my bad. Therefore, given any one angle, you would be able to work out the values of all the other angles. So we need to complete the diagram. So if this one's your big angle, your vertical angle, which vertical means opposite, across from, is congruent. So it would be your big angle and your small angle. Okay? Interior alternate angles. So big would be there, big would be here, small, vertical, small, vertical from your big, and there you go. Okay? Flip it over, alternate exterior angles. So now we're going to focus on the outside of the parallel lines. We put that right there. I'm going to focus on the outside ones, outside angles. One way to remember alternate exterior angles is that they are the vertical angles of the alternate interior angles. Alternate exterior angles are equal to one another. So we're going to highlight each pair of alternate exterior angles in different colors. So there's my outside angles. Alternating would be A and H. And the other pair would be outside, opposite. So there you go. Alternate exterior angles. A and H are alternate exterior angles, and they are equal to one another. And B and G are alternate exterior angles, and they are equal to one another. Corresponding angles. When a line intersects a pair of parallel corresponding angles are formed. Corresponding angles are equal to each other. One way of finding the corresponding angles is to draw an F on the diagram. The F can also be facing the other way. So we're going to highlight the F on the diagram. Let's see. In the above diagram, D and H are corresponding angles. There may be other corresponding pairs of angles in the diagram. B and F, C and G, and A and E. Use different colors to highlight each pair of corresponding angles. So we have D, H. We have B, F. We have A, E. And I don't know that I have another color, so we're just gonna color them in, C and G. Okay. Hope this helped. If not, post some questions.